in cyberspace. No one is free until we are all free. Self-sovereign, self-sovereign. Privacy is not secrecy. It is a fundamental right. Your life is as private as you want it to be. Second enlightenment. Second enlightenment. Declaring independence from this dying order. Liberty, security, privacy. We will stop only when anybody, anywhere can experience it. No one is an island. We are all pieces of the man. Self-sovereign in cyberspace. No one is free until we are all free. Self-sovereign, virtual territories. Privacy preserving, politically neutral. Borderless, public institution, voluntary consent, resilient parallel societies, maximize the cost of surveillance, minimize the cost of exit. Trust, minimize corruption, resistant, undeserved citizens. Decentralized, decentralized,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Logos Dev Club. I'm Chair. I'm here to prop you up as you've been viewing the website for Parallel Societies here to my left and your right. Maybe. You can find all of the information about Parallel Society, which is rapidly approaching in Lisbon, Portugal, March 6th through 7th. My cat is trapped in the studio with me. If you're lucky, you will hear her meow. Lisbon, Portugal, March 6th through 7th. Parallel Society, ps.logos.co. Day 1 is Technical Unconference that will feature privacy, community, free and open source technology zones, among others. Day 2 is a music festival. There are some gigantic partners that will be part of the coalition of Parallel Society, including Tor, MoneroCon, and many other friends of the Logos ecosystem. And speaking of the Logos ecosystem, I am solo here today, and it's rather inappropriate as I'm no dev, but here I am alone at the Logos Dev Club. The objective today is to introduce you, the aspiring Logos contributor, to all the different avenues and paths and tunnels that lead to Logos and the specific protocols and features that you might be most interested in. And the easiest place to go, if that sounds like you, is logos.co. Logos.co is your main portal. Logos.co/take action is where you should go if you want to sign up to be the first to be informed whenever there is something to be informed about. That is logos.co/take action. Sign up there. There are a number of different paths and portals for you to go through, regardless of your specific interest. That is the best place to start. So with that, let us begin. Welcome to the Logos Dev Club. I am solo here today, but this will not be a regular occurrence, as I will be joined by the technical and community contributors throughout the Logos ecosystem moving forward. If you have tuned in recently, you've seen Kevin Jones of Build Guild and Edge and Node vibe coding, presenting, demoing his spritz.chat application, which features Logos messaging. We also had Antonio and David of the Logos blockchain team on that same session, actually, on that very session as well, presenting and demoing the Overwatch protocol, which is part of the Logos blockchain, written in Rust, by the way. Lots of things in Logos, primarily the Logos execution zones written in Rust, and that is one of the topics we will delve further into in future episodes of this Logos Dev. That was weird. I didn't tell it to do that. Do you see how that happened? That was weird. That just happened. On future episodes of the Logos Dev Club, Logos Execution Zone. That freaked me out how that just switched. I didn't touch anything and it just switched. That's spooky. Logos Execution Environment and Zones, written in Rust, to be featured moving forward. And I wanted to say, wherever you are watching, I can see the chat, whatever platform it might be. There is a calendar at press.logos.co, which I'll get to later, where you can see all of the schedule that I think we have this entire month planned out. So throughout February, you'll be catching us every day of the week somewhere. But wherever you are, I can see the chat, and wherever you are watching, please like, subscribe, share as such. You know the rules, and thusly. And I don't, if I can do one thing, it's I can never repeat the phrase, you know the rules, ever again. And so I will do my best on that. But welcome formally and officially to the Logos Dev Club. Today is a map of the Logos ecosystem, where to start, depending on what your interests are, what you can do and contribute and build immediately. Logos is building a local first native execution environment for Web3, removing the browser and intermediaries to deliver real sovereignty. In layman's terms, there are about 5 steps in the path of a standard Ethereum transaction that are gated choke points that are controlled by third parties that stop the permissionless and decentralized narrative in its tracks. From the browser to the hosting of the website that you are interacting with, the RPC that transaction is going through, and beyond. Logos is looking and building to change that paradigm, to eliminate those choke points. If you missed any of the previous Logos Dev Club episodes, you can find them in the live stream section of the YouTube channel, Logos Network is your destination. As we were watching during the intro, Parallel Society, Lisbon, March 6th and 7th. Unconference on the first day, Music Festival on the second. There is an incredible list of partners as I scroll to it. There we are. So to name a few: Claros, Nim, SciDAO, Tor, MoneroCon, Urbi.eth, and many, many more will all be there. The goal is to build institutions that uphold a civil society. It is more than technology that Logos is aiming to build. It is a movement of shared belief towards freedom, and for developers, building the infrastructure that will uphold human sovereignty, coming together between builders, developers, community members, activists, journalists, people who are involved, people who care, people who enjoy Iberia in early March. That is who should attend. For a moment, I want to focus on Old Faithful. That is the status application. Status. The app is live right now on desktop and mobile. Status is an end-to-end encrypted peer-to-peer messaging application that features Logos messaging, but that's not all. In fact, that's just the beginning. Status is a mobile Ethereum client. Yes, a mobile Ethereum client in your pocket if you're running Status Mobile. It is also a wallet. It is also a decentralized application browser or a dApp browser, a real one. And it allows for community management similar to experiences you might be used to on other applications like Discord, with native and privacy preserving functionality baked into it. There's no third party token gating required on the Status app. Status is one of the oldest, most active, and dare I say beloved applications on Ethereum. There are very few, you can count them on one hand even, applications that have been around as long as Status has. Status, of course, uses Logos messaging in its stack. As more Logos protocols come to maturity, they will be featured in the Status app. Hello, Tech F5P. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the Logos Dev Club. I'm sure that you have already signed up Tech F5P at logos.co/take action. So download the status.app, the Status app at status.app. You can look at all of the code as it is 100% open source at GitHub, on GitHub, github.com/status-im. There are many active Status communities on Status, including the main Status community, the Logos community, my own community, Web3 Sucks, Status Inu. I know the ZK punks are in there. Shout out to them. And others. Download today, join a community, message people. It is more private and, dare I say, better than Signal, Telegram, etc. There really is no other application quite like Status. The keycard shell is shipping. I can confirm, as I have mine right here. Keycard is the world's first and only 100% open source, 100% air-gapped hardware wallet. When you generate an address, Bitcoin or Ethereum, on your keycard shell, onto your keycard, that private key never leaves the device. It is never exposed to the internet or any other device. When you use your keycard via your keycard shell, you always use it in a 100% air-gapped way. It is the only hardware wallet that can make this claim. It is the only hardware wallet that has open sourced all of its code, including the firmware, including the case. It is the only hardware wallet that comes with a replaceable battery that you can find for $4 anywhere in the world. And commonly, historically, failures happen on hardware wallets for many reasons, but one of them It's due to battery failure and an inability to replace that critical piece within your hardware. That is not the case with the keycard shell. In fact, this is the keycard shell. To use a keycard shell, you insert your keycard into the back that turns on the unit, but that's not what I want to show. This is the most important part. Removing the back of the shell. Aha. This is the battery. This is the critical piece that so many... it's not coming out now. I mean, it is coming out. I'm just going to break a nail. The point is this. That battery right there, it comes out, and you can get one for $4. I'm not going to taint this broadcast with busting out a competitor's hardware wallet, but suffice to say, whether you're trying to get into your ledger or treasure to replace a battery, you will break your wallet because it is not designed to do that. And when those batteries do fail, and they do, your life becomes harder. That does not happen. It cannot happen with keycard. You can inspect all of the code. You can 3D print your own case, as some people have. You can recreate everything yourself to verify the claims. If you are a developer, you should be thinking about how to integrate such functionality into your applications. How might a completely open source and completely, a very secure air-gapped user experience lend itself to more security, more freedom, more privacy for users of your applications? Keycard.tech is where you should go. Status L2 is coming. Pre-deposits on Status L2 are live. If you go to hub.status.network, you too can pre-deposit your WETH, GoUSD, SNT, and Linea respectively to earn Karma, which is the soulbound token that you spend on Status Network, Status L2, in lieu of gas. Status is the only gasless L2 or any blockchain network that exists currently. This is probably going to change. Status Network is in testnet now. Status Network is built on top of the Linea ZK EVM stack. Hence, you can deposit your Linea for Karma, the gas token, let's call it, on Status L2. There are other ways to earn Karma. In fact, you probably have already earned Karma in some way through your positive participation in the wider Ethereum ecosystem. Certainly, you, as an avid and rabid user of Ethereum throughout the years, have built up history on your addresses. And those addresses likely qualify in one way or another to earn a balance of Karma, so that when Status L2 goes live very soon, and I can't wait to, as those plans firm up, I can't wait to share them with you further, feature those developers and builders that have been involved in that process here on the Logos Dev Club. But as Status L2 will go live, you can begin using it immediately without bridging any tokens or bringing any liquidity from anywhere if you don't want to, because it is likely that you have already earned karma via your positive participation. In terms of developer focus on status L2, you can think about what a gasless paradigm means for your users. So docs.status.network is where you should go to learn more about this paradigm, to begin building and deploying to testnet whatever application you desire. Really, anything that works on Ethereum will work on status L2 in a gasless paradigm. I can't understate the potential for this. Think about what the largest hurdle to even the most seasoned crypto users when a new network is launched is getting the required gas token over to that network via a bridge that's usually centralized. We don't have to get into it. Centralized and censored and weird are the bridges. Exploitable. And that's just one of the headaches that even the most experienced new users of a network must go through unless there's somebody willing to send them that token. That is not the case and should never be the case on status L2. Docs.status.network. If you are a developer, begin deploying as projects like Karma Climber and others already have. All over the world, 20 plus locations now have a Logos circle running near them. The Logos circles are the local chapters of the Logos movement. They are physical, in real life communities with the objective of solving local problems using Logos technology. Each circle is looking for a winnable issue that solves a concrete problem with Logos tech. One of the very first, if not the first, Logos circle successfully raised 1 year, 1 year's worth of rent for a local school, as well as provided them with Raspberry Pis for them to do their own Logos hacking. The key point, one of the key points about Logos circles is that it is volunteer driven. Everything that is done within a circle should be open source. It should be community oriented. And if we want to use this good technology to build good things, to uplift and uphold the good in this world, we should do it at a local level. Circles.logos.co. Follow along on the social channels. Stay up to date on logos.co for all of these circles happenings. Seek out the Logos circle nearest you. And of course, we will be doing Logos circle activities and have a Logos circle activation in Lisbon. There is an active Logos circle. Sorry. Ooh, I know when I do that, the audio goes bad. There's an active circle in Lisbon already. We will have a Logos circle during Parallel Society in Lisbon, March 6th through 7th. If you are inspired to start a local circle, I encourage you to do so. Personally, I help steward the Los Angeles Circle. By the way, the Los Angeles Circle next meeting is February 16th. Specifically to the LA Circle, we are looking to stand up a coordination app using the Logos stack. There are a lot of primitives within that application that should be able to be used in further application development. Each circle has its own identity, its own members, and if there isn't a circle near you, you should start one. So, whether you are a builder, developer, an engineer, a systems engineer, a coder, a web dev, you are looking to sample, read about, and use Logos Tech, logos.co is the place for you. Logos.co/take action. If you are a node runner who would like to run said code as a node in your control, that is also the place for you to go. Join a Logos circle. It's circles.logos.co. Next week and beyond, we will be digging into the Logos stack, Logos core, Logos blockchain, Logos storage, Logos messaging. If you cannot wait until then, you should go now. GitHub.com/logos-co. Logos-docs is your repository. These docs are very fresh, very new, and currently under construction. You can find every pertinent detail that is available at this moment in this repo. It is the point from which you can branch into whatever direction interests you the most. I don't want to get into it too heavily, but Logos has recently reorganized the way that it is shaped. There were many organizations and many different teams, of which there still are. But the way that things are organized should be easier for you, the developer and user and community member, to follow. As such, the litany, and when I say litany, I mean litany of GitHub organizations, repositories, doc sites, libraries are being organized and reorganized in order for it to be digestible. So you might run into an incomplete thing or something that is under construction. Create an issue. Open an issue within this repo or the pertinent repo or both. Link them. If you see anything that's missing, it is your active participation that will bring attention to the things that need attention. There are many people working on many different things, bringing Logos to life, including the aforementioned Logos core, blockchain, messaging, and storage, including but not limited to the IFT technical services team, the best and the brightest, I call them, among others. I was able to spin up a Logos blockchain node locally recently. And then I ran into a wall of my own inability to figure out how to go further. I'm excited to pick that back up this week. So the moral of this bloviation is the docs are at the logos-co, logos-docs, a repository on GitHub. You can find everything at logos.co as your main entry point. We have an office hours session that will become part of the greater broadcast vehicle that we are planning now, and that will be with the brave and esteemed guru of the Logos ecosystem development team. It is not yet, but as it solidifies, it will be part of the calendar. You can see here that for when you visit press.logos.co/calendar, you can find the details for all of the events on the schedule, the links to where you can find them, and as things update, expand, change, as hosting of these sessions expands, you'll always be able to find them via the calendar resources at press.logos.co/calendar. I hope you're writing down all these URLs. They'll be in the description of the video once we have entered the post-live phase, post-production even. ps.logos.co for Parallel Society. I am checking the chat. You have 30 seconds to get your final questions, queries, or comments in. This replay will be available on X and YouTube and wherever you are watching. Please like, subscribe, turn notifications on wherever you are watching for all of the Logos accounts, which there are a growing number of. And if you can figure out how, you could put that Unicode lowercase lambda character in your profile. If you can figure out how to put that lowercase lambda Unicode character in your profile name. Of course, if you can figure out how to ask an LLM to print a lowercase Unicode lambda character. Link again to calendar. All right, are you ready? I'm going to put it in the chat as well. Now, we don't click links, right? So it's press.logos.co/calendar. Or press.logos.co and look for the calendar tab. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you, Tech5P, for hanging out in the chat. We are going to be featuring Logos core contributors, Logos community members, Logos applications, Logos implementors, and other Logos locos here on the Logos Dev Club every week. You can find the full schedule again at press.logos.co on the calendar. Thank you very much for being here, folks. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you following along. I can see we have a small but strong audience that has been watching and locked in throughout this stream, and I do appreciate it. And as this movement grows, so does our confidence in our ability to reach the destination. And the destination is freedom, not just for you and me, but for everyone. Humanity must be free. I will see you during the Logos Circle online space tomorrow, hosted by Sterling. We will have the Logos Weekly Update on Wednesday, community space on Thursday, IFT Town Hall on Friday this week. See you tomorrow. I'm Chair. I'm here to prop you up. Todo es mentira. Desde el mundo, todo es mentira. La verdad. The world is a lie. That lie is the truth. Mahalo.